The Detroit Lions will be in the Windy City this Sunday, taking on the Chicago Bears, an NFC North rivalry game. The Bears have lost 8 straight, and the Lions have won 11 of 12. This should be easy, right? Like taking candy from a baby. Well, we're going to talk about it, but before we do, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available right now at wagertalk.com. For limited time, you can get the rest of the college football, all the bowl games, all the playoff games, for one low price of $149. This promotion is available for any of the great handicappers at wagertalk.com, and that includes this guy right here. I'm still the number one big play handicapper at WagerTalk, dating back to 2022. I'm up over 268 units with 4% and 5% plays during that span, and I've got 4% and 5% plays on college football playoff games this Saturday. As always, though, there's no purchase necessary. You're more than welcome to tune in just for the free picks. The only thing I ask from you is that you take the time to smash that like button, and that will allow me to keep putting out these videos. Let's get into it. The Lions, a 6.5-point favorite, and the total sits at 48. First off, pretty high number for a Chicago game in January. We all know the weather is windy and cold at Soldier Field. And the Lions, winners of 11 of 12, less than a touchdown favorite. You really got to look at these numbers and ask yourself what's going on here. And I'll tell you what's going on. 15 defensive players for Buffalo on the IR. We're not talking about questionable. We're not talking about maybe they're going to play. These guys are done. 15 of them. And a lot of them are starters. A lot of them are key players. And perhaps that's how they gave up 48 points in a home loss to the Bills last week. The Lions defense is reeling. And as bad as Chicago is, at home, catching them in the right spot, this could be a competitive game. I think you really got to think twice before laying the points here. I'm not going to take the points either. I do think we're inevitably going to have to see a high-scoring game because the Lions' offense can still score. They haven't been hit as hard by the injury bug on offense, even though they did lose David Montgomery last week, which is a tough loss. And a lot of people will think, no problem, right? You got Jahmyr Gibbs. Just give him 25, 30 carries a game, and he'll fill in that void. And as crazy as Dan Campbell is, I'd be surprised if he's crazy enough to do that because at this point, they got to be awful careful with Jahmyr Gibbs. I wouldn't be giving him a heavy workload this week at all. And for that reason, we're going to go with the Chicago Bears team total over. It's a low number. We got getting it at 19.5. And rather than Detroit players, we're going to go with Swift over 73.5 rush and receiving yards. He had 89 yards from scrimmage last week, and he had 74 yards from scrimmage at Detroit earlier this year in that 23-20 loss. And yeah, I think Swift is going to get some yardage here against his former team. I don't expect this Lions defense to be locking anybody down this week. So the plays are on. Bears team total over. Swift over 73.5 rushing and receiving yards. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, you hit me up in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.